plan to get us out of this mess?
Oh.
We'll all starve to death if things don't change. We'll all starve to death if things don't change.
That's more like it. The scruffy look suits you. I've spoken to Sabine, explained everything, and he's, well, I told you he takes some convincing. Come on.
Ooh.
Out of the way, Boulder.
I can't see a thing.
So royalty walks into our home. A prince, no less. You're a long mile from the castle, Prince. What do you think of our home, then? Do you like what your brother has done to us? These mountains have always been ours. Now Logan's taken them and is stripping them of all life. Oh, we're ready to go to war. But why should we follow Logan's kin?
You can trust me. You have my word.
We don't take much stock in words round these parts. We're simple folk. Ain't that right, Boulder?
Huh?
Then what do you want?
Proof. First, prove you are truly, as Walter claims, a hero. This is easily done. There is a secret chamber beneath the town of Brightwall built by your own mother. Only heroes can survive its trials and reach the relics within. Bring me one of these ancient objects and I will believe you. Second, prove you are a warrior worthy of leading us into battle. You can do this by slaying the mercenaries who plague Mist Peak Valley and who have long soured our existence. Third, prove you are a true leader. Persuade our neighbours in Brightwall to share what food they have with us. Boulder.
Oh.
If we cannot eat, we will die, and the dead make poor allies.
Is that all?
Yep, that's the lot. Off you go then. Good luck. Nice knowing you.
Come on, boy.
It's nice to see Sabine hasn't mellowed with age. But anyway, I know the place he mentioned. Your mother built the chamber under the Brightwall Academy, Albion's greatest seat of learning. At least it was, until Logan closed it down. Just show the old librarian your guild seal. He'll know what it means. I'll try to find out more about these mercenaries. I'll see you in Brightwall when I have some information. It makes a nice change doing something useful.
I see you're approaching Brightwall, a most charming little hamlet. And a perfect opportunity to acquaint yourself with the fine, honest people of this kingdom, far from the bustle of the city and the factory smoke. Of course, a less charitable mind would term them simpletons, but I encourage you to shop in their stores, drink in their taverns, and otherwise partake in their small-town pleasures.
Can I be of service?
The library is closed by order of the king. We don't serve drinks, we don't sell chicken feed. Please leave before the soldiers suspect you of gaining any real knowledge. Oh, sweet papyrus! A real visitor! I'm afraid I was speaking the truth. King Logan has closed the academy. I'm little more than a custodian these days. By the holy bookmark! The Guild Seal! I haven't seen it since the old hero Queen last came here. Then you are...
The prince, yes.
Oh, my. Please, come this way. Your mother told me that one day a challenger bearing the seal would come seeking entrance to the reliquary, but I never imagined it would happen in my lifetime. It was she who founded the academy, of course. I have often wondered how she would react to see it in its present state. Here we are. I can't tell you how many of our researchers and professors have studied this door, hoping to unlock its mechanism. But I knew there was only one thing that would ever open it.
hello, Jasper here again. I believe that amazing device is what is known as a flit switch. However, on the subject of amazing things, you will not believe what I have just found in the sanctuary. You should come back as soon as you possibly can. This sanctuary contains an armory, within which there are some truly remarkable weapons, heroic weapons, which your mother left for you. This way, please. Now, admittedly, these weapons don't appear particularly impressive yet. However, according to the book, they actually change as you use them, becoming more deadly and developing fantastic properties. They are living weapons, and the way in which you fight with them determines how they evolve. Apparently, as you use it, the blade actually becomes longer and sharper. Imagine. Apparently, as you use it, the blade actually becomes longer and sharper. Imagine. That sword is certain to cut a swathe through your foes, and depending on whom you kill and how, it will grow ever more powerful. Well, now that you have a proper weapon, you should return to the chambers underneath Brightwall Academy. Ah, yes, the flit switch. Now, the way you activate these... The Sanctuary shop has some new bits and... When someone has given you a gift, I will keep it for you here until... Ah, hello. Yes, you'll recall that I mentioned that flit switches require a knock from a melee weapon. Well, it seems that was only partially correct. According to the book, only blue switches require melee weapons. The red variety requires magic, and to activate yellow switches, you must shoot them with a firearm. Fortunately, that section of the book also indicated where some firearms were located, and these weapons, well, they must be seen to be believed. Please return to the sanctuary as soon as you can. Ah, so the weapons in question were also left for you by your mother. They are in the armory. Like the sword and hammer, these astonishing weapons evolve over time as you use them, becoming ever more fearsome. They can cause more damage and achieve other incredible effects. The rifle is the perfect instrument for engaging enemies at long range. The rifle. Marvelous. No one's going to get close to you if you don't want them to. The pistol will remain here should you wish to use it instead. In the meantime, experiment and see what incredible properties are waiting to be unlocked. Welcome to the sanctuary.
step into the light. There is much you need to know. Congratulations, hero. Touching the guild seal was an indication of what you could become. Reaching the music box has proven what you already are. No one but a hero could have done it. You have begun to learn what powers you possess, and there is still greater potential within you. But you have only taken the first step in your journey. Albion is crying out for a revolution, and for someone to lead it. Winning supporters to your cause will be hard. Leading them against Logan will be an even greater challenge, but it's one you must accomplish.
I'll make him pay for what he did.
This is not a matter of personal vengeance. As long as your brother sits on the throne, Albion is in great danger. Open the music box. It will show you the truth.
This is my Albion. Its cities will bow to my law, or they will burn. Its mountains will bend to my will, or they will fall. This is my Albion. Its people will do as I say, or they will die. Its future will be as I decree, or it will end. I've seen what must be done, and nothing will stand in my way. We will be greater, and we will be stronger, no matter what sacrifices we must make. This is my Albion, and I will see it destroyed before I surrender it.
If any part of you still doubted the necessity of a revolution, you have your answer. The kingdom will face its own annihilation under your brother's rule. Now, do whatever you must to gain your first ally, for you cannot lead a rebellion without followers. Sabine is a good man, and his people are strong.
blessed index cards. You made it. This is cause for great rejoicing. Albion has a hero again. If ever I can be of assistance, I will be honored to serve you.
I knew you would succeed, sir. You now have proof positive of your heroic status. And I believe Walter has made some progress with the mercenary problem. He is waiting for you outside the local tavern.
This could be interesting. In better times.
Oh, yeah. Hot.
I'm really hoping that comes around.
Hi there.
Rock bottom prices for rock bottom times.
Kill you first. Buy a drink.
You were successful then. Bloody marvelous. You'll be glad to know I have some information on the mercenaries Sabine mentioned. They're led by a man called Saker. He used to be a soldier, but always had more in common with bandits and cutthroats than the military. His men are holed up in a small fortress in the mountains, so it won't be easy to get in. But I have a plan.
Your style.
Come with me. One of the mercenaries. A cold-blooded killer. His name's Clarence, but everybody calls him Jimmy. He was drinking in the pub all day and generally making life unpleasant for everyone. It wasn't hard to get him completely pickled. These young thugs. Bloody lightweight, if you ask me. Anyway, take his clothes and you'll have a free pass into their camp. Just try not to think about what those stains might be. You're not like... to convince anyone without a bit of extra effort. Even these idiots will notice if you don't have his beard or tattoos. I'm sure you can get hold of what you need around town, though. In the meantime, I'll find out who to talk to about getting food to the dwellers. They might not have much to spare here, but they're kind people. They'll just need a little convincing. Anyway, good luck dealing with Saker and his mercenaries. It'll be your first taste of real battle, but I know you'll do just fine.
Best shop in Brightwall. You'd be mad to go anywhere else.
Oh, let's see.
A reliable way to gather a few followers is by simply interacting with people. Try it. I'm sure you'll make an impression. Congratulations! getting out among the people has paid off. Remember that interacting with the citizens of Albion is generally a reliable way to gain followers.
Oh, we've got all sorts we have.
Best products in Brightwall.
They say nothing is as satisfying as earning a wage of one's own.
I sell Brightwall's best. I usually restock every few weeks.
I love your technique. Great pie. That's one hell of a pie. I love your technique. You're a whiz with a rolling pin.
Things have never been...
That'll fetch a good price.
Let me clothe you.
Oh, that's a good pie.
If business doesn't pick up soon, I'll be right out of it. Business, I mean.
Mmm, sublime.
Cheers for that, love.
Come again?
That's some tasty work.
My goods are the cheapest. Really they are.
You've amassed enough money to buy a house. Houses are excellent investments. Besides, you'll need somewhere to live if you meet that special someone.
Ooh, that crust is divine. Ooh, might have that for pudding tonight. That'll fetch a good price.
You won't find anything better in all of Brightwall than the stuff I'm selling right here.
Ooh, that crust is divine.
You should spend your money here. Then I can have it.
Join the elite.
Mmm, pie making perfection. Ah, oh dear.
We'll be going bankrupt if things...
Smells delicious. Great pie. That's one hell of a pie. Ooh, might have that for pudding tonight.
You appear to have earned enough gold to purchase the rather repulsive items you require to complete your mercenary disguise. A most impressive feat for a member of the royal family. Of course, should you have acquired a taste for labor, you may continue working for as long as you wish.
We have the fashion for you.
You should keep checking my shop. You never know when I might have a sale on.
That's one hell of a pie.
My shop.
Still, I'm compelled to ask.
I'm my mummy's good boy. Ow! I think I'm coming down with something. Bloody marvellous, that is.
We should have just what you need. You're paying top gold for a top quality item. Let's see what we can do for you. Yeah, it may be expensive, but it's worth every ounce of gold.
It appears you have all the required ingredients for your Let's adjourn to the dressing room and see about your disguise, shall we? The appropriate facial hair adorns the bust before you. Perfect. You look dangerous and devoid of all human decency already. Now, for the tattoo. Ah, yes, very mercenary indeed. You'll fit right in with those brutes. Now then, you better be off to deal with Saker, hadn't you? You have the beard, the tattoo, the uniform. All that remains is to waltz into Saker's encampment as if you own it.
Your hair again. And she said,
Jimmy, back from killing some dwellers? Come on in.
You been up to much lately? Nah, me neither. I sometimes wish I'd joined me dad with a family business.
Why didn't you?
Well, I never saw myself as a sugar salesman. And it wasn't really feasible after I killed him and all.
Jim.
Jimmy! Over here, mate! Don't be shy, Jimmy. Come on over. Hey, Jimmy, over here.
Roll over, you stupid mutt.
Don't get too close. All right, Jim, how's things? You been drinking in Brightwall again? And don't let anybody tell you drinking alone is wrong. That's some of the best times I've had. Anyway, in you go then, mate.
Jimmy? That really you? You look different somehow. Were your eyes always that colour?
Nah, Jimmy's got periwinkle eyes like a beautiful summer morning sky. That's not him.
It's not Jimmy! Oh, well, better him than me. Open the gates! I need reinforcements!
Try and parry him, you bloody fool!
He's using magic.
That looked like it hurt.
This is the end.
Hey, it's not nice to play with guns. Jimmy was my mate! Die!
Don't let him get you down here. That shot looks nasty.
Ah, you're giving me the creeps.
Lying down. Get off.
We're losing, but I've still got this up my sleeve. I've lifted it all.
Watch it. We're all gonna die of it. Whoa, what the hell was that?
Locked! Eat! Try dodging that. It's around.
Leave him! He's mine! You've left quite a trail of bodies. You're not one of Sabine's dwellers, that's for damn sure. But you'll die like one. You've won. This battle is yours. Kill me or let me live, it's your choice. And my men will honor it. We may be nothing but mercenaries, but we have our codes, like any other soldiers. We'll leave the dwellers be, no matter what you do. That is a warrior's promise.
You have taken another step on the road to rule. Defeating Saker has won over many of the people he terrorized. Word is already spreading of your victory.
It is a momentous occasion, sir. Your first victory in battle. I'm no expert on personal combat, but I would say, based on the fact that you're not dead, you acquitted yourself rather well. It's hard to believe that just a few days ago I was rousing you from a comfortable bed. It would seem that you have completed 2 of the tasks that Sabine set for you. If you return to Brightwall, you will find that Walter has some news on how to fulfill the last requirement. Sir Walter is still waiting for you in the Brightwall Tavern, you see. The armory is at your disposal. Will you be wanting a different weapon? There are new items available in the Sanctuary shop. Your new garments are ready should you want them. Freshly inked and ready to go, are we? I look at you in that, and I'm markedly less terrified than I was just moments ago. You do look the image of a mercenary. May have something to do with the fact that you're dressed as one. Feel free to change the color of your clothes or hair using the dyes. That is, after all, what they are for.
finally a little money coming.
What's this? There's a chicken feather in my beer. Is that normal?
Ah, yes, these...
Ah, here he is. We were just talking about you.
Indeed, we have made a toast to your stupendous feat in ridding Mistpeak of Saker and his men. They have been a source of great distress for some time.
Nobody will be more pleased than Sabine. His dwellers might find some peace now.
Of course, nobody has suffered more than they.
I've been telling Samuel here about the terrible situation they're in. He thinks he may be able to help.
Yes, well, perhaps. I mean, of course. The thing is, as I was just explaining to Sir Walter, Brightwall has no overabundance of resources itself. The King's levies are rather steep, and we face shortages more often than is comfortable.
But
Were you to improve things around Brightwall, the people would be most grateful. And when people are grateful, they're also charitable. I'm sure they would find it in their hearts to send aid to those poor people.
there you have it. The way I see it, you will need all the followers you can get if you're going to lead a successful rebellion. What better time to start?
I heartily agree with Sir Walter. Pardon me for overhearing. As it happens, I've learned of a promising method for amassing followers. If you'll return to the sanctuary at your earliest convenience, I can show you what I mean.
Sell me your unwanted items. I want to buy them.
No, he was. Just there in the pub.
You know, for a town with a famous academy, I haven't exactly noticed an abundance of brainy people.
Well, most of the scholars saw little reason to stay after the closure.
I don't know. This beer seems like a pretty good reason.
Get drunk as a skunk with my merry line of wines.
Ah, now, the book says there is an additional rather amazing capability about the Sanctuary's map table. It can help you find people who are in need of a hero. You have unopened gifts waiting for you. An excellent way to gain followers is by helping villagers. You can now see the villagers in need. You can also see how many followers you must amass to impress Samuel and the people of Brightwall. Select a villager to help. By doing so, you will gain the respect and loyalty of others in the region. Choose whom you wish to assist. Doing so will gain...
Oh, this is terrible. Somehow... Right, you'll need death. Contrary to what most people think, chickens...
You've a new suit in your wardrobe, a new feathery suit.
You are very, very crafty. They won't fall for any of that. Come here, chickie, chickie, I've got some lovely treats for you. Oh no, too smart. You have to defeat them psychologically. Now, they won't remain one concentrated force. They'll have redeployed into groups of 3 or so to maximize their tactical advantage. When you find one of these squads, flap your wings and such, and they should follow you back here. But don't let them try to negotiate with you. You do not want those little buggers inside your head, believe me. You're doing great. We can't afford any mistakes now, or the entire operation will be compromised.
Let's change the subject, shall we?
That's lovely. Just keep doing what you're doing. And no matter what, don't show them any fear.
Some of these items. I'll give you a good price if you've got what I need.
Seika's dead, I hear. Not exactly a terrible loss to mankind.
That's all of them. At last, the town can rest easy.
Oh, Bernard, you've got to lock them up again. This isn't right. They deserve to be free.
You're always on about the chickens and their freedom. You know what I think? I think it was you let 'em out. Right. It's like I've said all along. We had to kill 'em all.
You bastard! You murderer!
Look, you're either with me or you're one of them. Which is it?
This is all just... I don't know if I can go on living with you, Bernard.
No, let's not get hysterical.
I think it's time for us to...
I have no doubt that the people of Brightwall will end up following you. Merely show them what you are capable of, and they cannot fail to become your supporters. I hope everything is in order. Ah, the dweller suit. Very good. Bit chilly, are you? Or just felt like a change? definitely better than it was. Ah! You need more followers.
Oh, pinch, you foul, vile fiend! You uncouth wretch! It is tragedy that this fair city... You, good sir, you who live in such a tumultuous epoch, do you not thirst for the drama and emotion of a properly structured tragic play? You will find the legendary lost play splendid.
Finally, tragedy and comedy will come together as they should.
Turn back now, mortal one. Stay away from this
Only
cursed death
place.
and insanity await you.
Don't pick it up!
No, really, I'm serious. You lot just can't leave well enough alone, can you? Bloody literary tourists, bane of my afterlife. Listen, you. You're not getting my lost plate, you hear? It's rubbish. Worse than rubbish. I mean, what was I thinking mixing tragedy and comedy? I must have been off my rocker.
It would seem, my dear fellow, you have been apprehended by the ghost of Philip Morley. That makes us both his captives. I am Ransom Locke. If the name seems familiar, it is because I was once a detective of some renown. And yet, here I am, ready to live out the rest of my days, trapped in a book. As far as I can deduce, we are currently in a scene from one of Morley's greatest romantic plays, the near tragedy of Oliver and Ethel. I believe if we are to escape, we must act out the scene. But performing is not one of my talents. If I am correct, putting on this costume should set things in motion.
Oh, Ethel, my love, my life, my son, if thou wouldst but give me one sign, one gesture that would speak of your affections, then might I think this grey existence worth living.
Ah, yes, a classic moment in the play. You are Ethel, the beautiful young daughter of a dung merchant. Show Oliver that you love him, and we may be able to leave this scene.
Drop dead!
Oh, woe! What cruel darts doth strike my intemperate soul! If this rejection be true, then I shall reject the world itself. This deadly brew shall make of me a feast for the worms,
Stop it,
and it shall
Fatty!
touch my lips if you do not admit your undying love. Please! Stop! Thou hast driven a dagger into my breast and ended all hope of happiness. Thusly, I must end my life. Hark! A shadow approaches. Take me! And so I die.
Well, it's an unorthodox reading of the text, but one cannot argue with the results.
I see you are gifted with remarkable literary cunning, but can you really comprehend the depths of my work? That we shall see.
Ah, yes. This is undoubtedly a scene from one of Morley's earlier, funnier plays, Bloodbath at the Royal Court. And this must be your costume. The role of the fool is one filled with tragic depth. It will require a masterful performance.
What fresh insolence is this? Out of my throne, you impertinent buffoon! Stand before your king, and do your jester's duty. 'Tis a troublesome time for this court, and my crown grows heavy. So make me laugh, or I shall have your head.
You look so cute in that crown.
Why, Jester, I had no idea you felt that way about me. Or is this another one of your jokes?
Hi.
So it's true! You do love me! You have no idea how difficult it's been watching you strut about in those magnificent feathers, how much I've wanted you. Then it is settled. Tomorrow we shall wed, and let anyone who frowns upon our union have his head cut off.
Well, it's certainly a radical interpretation of the text, but effective nonetheless.
You handle my royal dramas as well as you handle my romances. But will your versatility extend to the more subtle domains of theatre, I wonder?
Oh dear. Unless I'm mistaken, this is a scene from Morley's notoriously violent historical epic, Titus the Mutilator, Part 2, which would mean this is the gladiatorial arena from Act 5, where Titus is finally slaughtered by savage warriors seeking revenge. A favorite scene of mine as a child, I must admit. And here is Titus's famous costume. I had some pajamas that looked just like it. Put it on and you will take on the greatest role of your life.
Titus! Thy pox-membered body shall pay for thy monstrous villainy. My son lies dead because of you. Now shall revenge be mine. Cold as your corpse and all the more flavoursome for it.
Do try to make your demise convincing.
Hey, you're broke, ain't ya? How are we gonna make any money out of killing ya? Oh, come on, we don't fight.
Some kind of fire spell.
More of my kin lie slain, and yet you live. last sulphur-scented breath, Titus! Can't stop me, can ya? All my men dead, my vengeance denied, my world undone. I cannot stand to live 1 second more.
A tremendous performance. That's just the ending I wanted to see when I was a young boy attending the theatre every weekend. I wonder what scene will follow now.
Oh, what scene could possibly follow such a masterful rendition of my work? And the way you improvised some of those roles, you brought new life to my words. I stand in awe. You have earned the prize no mortal has ever been honored with before. My missing play. I entrust it to you, for I know that you will do it justice. I call it the Ham Sandwich. A metaphorical title, of course.
Ah, you have retrieved our aged investigator. Happy day! Have you perchance found...
This is no time for perchances, Lambert. The play! Do you have it? We're saved, Lambert!
Oh, the joy in my bosom knows no bounds! Thank you 1,000,000 times! Thank you!
His head bosom! It's already working! Comedy and tragedy will at last join hands!
Hark! Bear witness to the tragic futility that is man. Oh, how it doth sear my senses to see paradise and yet to be barred.
That reminds me of a great joke. A guard, a monk, and a chicken walk into a bar. Unfortunately, the bartender had a mild heart attack that morning, so none of them get served.
And yet what purpose doth heartache serve when the infinite dark blanket that is death falls softly upon our still beating core?
That reminds me of another one. A corpse walks into a bar and says, "Can I have a lemonade?" "Certainly," replies the bartender. "I've never seen a stiff drink."
And so endeth our happy sad play, which reminds us we are made of nothing but clay. There's time only for our fool to say,
"Great big giant bosoms!"
What the hell was that?
Biggest load of old tosh I ever saw. It didn't even make sense.
Worst play ever.
Well done. You have gathered quite an impressive following in Brightwall. This should be more than enough to convince this little hamlet to send aid to the dwellers. I believe Samuel awaits you at the town gates to express that very sentiment. I have no doubt that the people of Brightwall will end up following you. Merely show them what you are capable of.
Any more mystery?
family will be wondering where I am.
Get yourself a gun today. It's the sense.
Esteemed citizens of Brightwall, today we demonstrate the generous nature of our fair town. For too long have our mountain neighbors suffered in silence, and now we extend a helping hand. But this effort would not have been possible without the courage and determination of one man, the son of the old hero queen. From this day, we shall know you as the hero of Brightwall. Before you leave, we ask of you one favor. As we pledge ourselves to you, so we hope that you will pledge to return Brightwall to its former glory and reopen the academy which your mother founded.
I will.
Very, very good, very good. I expected nothing less from you. These volunteers shall carry the supplies to the dweller camp. They may have them with our blessing. I hope you will return one day, not just as our hero, but as our king.
Sail now on.
Upon that wall, you'll find the contracts representing the promises that you've made to the people of... You have done a wonderful...
Our hero returns, bringing good tidings. man's supper. Damn thing doesn't open. How do you, Oh, well, I never thought you'd actually get it, tell you the truth. Boulder. We've been blessed, my friends. We have made an alliance that has already brought us life. One day, it will bring us much more. We require but one more offering before we fight at your side. Boulder, promise to restore these mountains to their full glory and to protect our right to dwell in them, and promise you will bring nothing but the fiercest justice upon Logan's head.
I promise.
Then may we be carried into the castle by the dark storms of fury!
You'll have to wait a little longer for that. It's still just us against a whole army. We need to recruit more people.
I was afraid you'd come over all logical and sensible. Well, you have brought us a feast, and we are free to hunt again. We'll just keep on eating and drinking till you're good and ready. Right, Boulder?
No.
He couldn't be happier.
You have made an important ally today. The revolution cannot hope to succeed without fighters such as Sabine and his people on your side. You have the beginnings of an army now.
I couldn't be prouder of what you've accomplished here. But there's still much for us to do, and I know just where to find our next allies. I'll meet you at the station in Mistpeak when you're ready. The revolution is just getting started.
The evilest person in Albion.
Dunno.
Kill the puking dumbball!
You went flying, mate.
Get off him, you mutt! Ooh, nice spray of blood. Keep banging away at the bugger. I can tell you can handle a gun, but can you handle me?
Don't let him get you down, mate.
Oi! That dog should be on a lead. It's dangerous.
Hellfire, we're losing this one, lads. Lads, where'd you go?
I'm a wandering trader, trying to get to Brightwall village. But the route's become infested with marauding renegades. They're bound to rob me and kill me, or kill me and rob me. I'm actually not bothered about the order. You look pretty tough, though. Could you escort me there? I'll be able to pay you something once I reach the safety of Brightwall.
I can never get over this place. 20 years ago, it was just a damp, murky void in the middle of nowhere. Now people queue up to get dangled across it in a steel box. And here it comes. Most of the people here will be heading straight to Bowerstone. But we're going to take a little detour first. I just hope something wrong.
It's about to move!
Come on, we have to get down there.
Those poor people.
Somebody call for
This must be the way down. We have to find those people. See if there's any survivors. Let's go. Looks like the only way. I don't want to spend any more time in this box than I have to. It fell up ahead. Come on. I'd know those sounds anywhere.